Hi class 5 students. Last 2 weeks we have done chapter 1. Today we will start chapter 2, that is the type of software. In this chapter we will learn about the types of software that are available in our market. Now firstly, the computer system is divided into basically two parts, that are hardware and the software. The parts or the components that we can feel, we can touch are called the hardware, and the components that usually gets the data and instruction to make the hardware work are called the software. Now without the instruction, we know that the hardware will never work on its own. So who will give the instruction? The software will give the data and instruction to the hardware, to the computer system, to make the hardware work. So the purpose of software is to take the input, process the data, and give a meaningful information or meaningful output to the user. So this software, a computer system cannot work without a software. Okay, softwares are basically two types. Firstly, system software and application software, and this system software is classified into operating system, then we have the language processor, then you have the utility softwares. And the application software is classified into two types: general purpose software and special purpose software. Today only we will do the system software part. Application software we will do it in the next class. Okay, let's start. Please turn the page. Now talking about the system software, to make the computer system work very smooth, the running of the computer system, to make it smooth, we need the system software. System software are basically three types: operating system, language processor, and utility softwares. Let's start with the operating system, OS. This operating system is the most important and the basic software used in the computer system. It is required to make the other softwares of the computer system to work smoothly. It also acts as an interface between the user and the hardware. And the most popular operating systems are DOS, that is the disk operating system developed by Microsoft. Then we have the Linux, Unix, Windows, etc. there. Now, what are the main functions of the operating system? First main function of the operating system is the memory management. Memory management refers to the management of the primary memory or the main memory. The OS allocates the memory to different programs. It also free up the memory when it is not in use. These are the work of the memory management of the operating system. Next, coming to the processor management. Now what is processor management? When two or more programs are working together, the OS decides which process will get the processor, when they will get the processor, and for how much time it will get the processor. Next is the device management. All the input devices, output devices are managed by the operating system. File management. The OS kept track of all the information kept in different files. Their location, their use, their creation, their storage, every information regarding a file is kept by the operating system. Security. The OS take care of the security of the files and the computer by means of passwords. Certain passwords they provide so that unauthorized user cannot use our file or our computer system. File management. The OS file management I have already explained, and also it helps in running the other softwares, calculator, paint. These other softwares can easily run in the computer system, and the OS also coordinate the different users of a computer system. If many users, two or more users use the same computer system, that user management, user coordination is also done by the OS operating system. Now please underline the first fact that we have on page 21. Google Android operating system is the most commonly used OS for tablet and mobile phones. 60% of the people use Windows 7 on their desktop and laptop. These 2 points you have to remember. Next, coming to the language processor. Now what is language processor? Computer only understands the binary or the machine language, that is 0 and 1. But our softwares usually are written in high level language. So they are written in C, C++, Java, this kind of language computer don't understand. Then what will happen? How will they work on this software? Simply, these high level softwares are converted to machine level language or the binary language using the language processor. This language processor converts the high level language into machine language so that the computer can understand and work on it easily. There are different language processor. Underline the last line of page 21. Compiler, interpreter and assembler are there. Now please turn the page, go to utility software. This utility software is helpful in smooth operations of the computer. Like they protect the computer from virus attack. They keep the track so that a backup should be there of the data. If we lose the data stored in the computer system, the backup of the data help us to get the files. Next we have, there are different types of utility software like the names antivirus software, backup utility, disk fragmenter and compression utility. Disk fragmenter and the compression utility. Now what is the work of the antivirus software? Antivirus software, whenever there is a virus attack in the computer system and it may destroy the data and also harm the computer, this antivirus software detects the virus program, remove the virus program from the computer system or from a particular file. There are many antivirus programs like Norton, AVJ, Kaspersky, Avast. These names you have to learn, okay? Next comes the backup software. When we lose our data due to some error or system crash or some other reason like virus attack, to system crash or some other reason like virus attack, to prevent the loss of data, they make a copy of the data in some secondary memory, maybe some portion of the hard disk or maybe in a CD or maybe in a pen drive. They make the copy of the backup of the data of our memory so that we can get it easily after the virus attack or maybe the system crash. Next comes the compression utility. What is this compression utility? This helps to compress or decompress our files. Suppose a very large file is there and we don't have such kind of memory to store. What we do? We compress the memory. It reduces the size of the file. Then we can store it. And when we need to use it, we can decompress it, get back to its original size, use it and again store it. This is done by the compression utility. Some examples of compression utility are WinZip, 7-zip, etc. Next come to disk fragmenter. Now this disk fragmenter arranges the file that are scattered in the hard disk. They link whenever there are linked files, two or files are linked together, they keep those files one after another and makes the free spaces at one end of the memory. This helps to increase the speed of the computer system. So today we learn about all the system softwares. Next class we will learn about the application softwares. So by this video you will read till page number 23. Next day again we will continue with the next part of the chapter. So everyone will learn the features of each type of software, examples of each types of system softwares we done today. read the chapter till page 23 thoroughly along with features and examples. Okay, till that time, bye bye.